Hi you guys, welcome to my video today. I am sharing with you 6 brand new crock-pot recipes. I really love using my crock-pot, and especially right now in the middle of summer, I have been using it a lot because I love not heating the house up. It is hot here in Northern California in the summer, so this crock-pot has been my go-to appliance. Let me share with you these 6 awesome recipes. If you're new to my channel, make sure you click subscribe. Let's get cooking. I'm going to be doing a pork loin in my crock pot. So easy. I have 1 onion that I have just sliced up. I'm going to add it to the bottom of my crock pot. Once it's all added, I will add in my pork loin, and you can do any kind of seasoned pork loin you like, or you can buy unseasoned and add your own seasoning. I'm adding in 2 cups of chicken broth. You can also do a vegetable broth as well, but super easy. So I'm going to cook this on low for 5 to 6 hours. My crockpot does not have a low setting for 5 or 6 hours, so I just set it to 8 hours and I take it off after 5 or 6. So it turns out so good. Serve with rice and vegetables, a perfect dinner, very healthy and very, very easy as well. I'm going to be doing a chicken recipe for this one. We eat a lot of chicken. I dice it up before I make it in the crock pot, but this is going to be an alfredo chicken. So I have a tablespoon of minced garlic. I have a can of alfredo sauce, so you'll just pour that right in with the chicken. I have grated Parmesan. I'm going to use half a cup of grated Parmesan, and this is going to be really nice and creamy. I love creamy chicken recipes, and serve it with any kind of rice or pasta with that sauce makes it so good. So I'm giving that a big stir. I'm going to add in some Brussels sprouts on top, definitely trying to eat more vegetables, and it's just great to cook it all in one crock pot and everything is ready to go. I'm going to add on this garlic Parmesan seasoning on top of the Brussels sprouts. I love this seasoning. It is just delicious. But I'm going to cook this one the same for 5 to 6 hours on low, and then it will be ready and perfect for dinner. So nice and creamy. The sauce is not super thick, but if you would like, you can just remove some of the sauce to make it less saucy, but I love the sauce and add it over some pasta or some rice. It just has a wonderful flavor and a perfect dinner that everyone loves, and it's so good. So I'm going to do another chicken recipe. This is going to be a crock-pot fiesta chicken. So I have 2 diced up chicken breasts. I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of taco seasoning, and you can use any kind of taco seasoning you would like. I love this big container because we do a lot of tacos in our house. So I'm going to add in a can of diced tomatoes. I always do the one with diced green chilies as well, but you can do just regular diced tomatoes if you like. I also have a can of cream of chicken soup. It's going to make this nice and creamy, which, like I mentioned before, I just love creamy sauces with my chicken. So really good. I'm going to cook this in the crock pot for 5 to 6 hours on low. So I'll check it at 5 hours, and usually takes 5 to 6. So once this is done, I'm going to give this a stir all that sauce together, and then I'm going to shred this chicken, and you can either take it out of the crock pot and shred it, or you can just shred it right inside. I just keep it in to shred it, but then if you're going to take it out, just make sure you put it back so it gets all those nice juices. So perfect to serve. We love rice and zucchini. It's just one of our favorite combinations. So serving this with that is just perfect dinner for us, but use your favorite veggies that you like. So I'm going to be doing another chicken. We do a lot of chicken. I prep my chicken ahead of time and dice it up and store it into my containers. But for this, I'm going to do this garlic Parmesan sauce that was recommended in one of my other videos. So it's not as spicy as the Buffalo Wild Wing sauce. I'm going to use 1 brick of cream cheese to make this nice and creamy and really, really delicious. I have my grated Parmesan cheese. I'm going to do half a cup. And this sauce is really creamy. It's really rich, and I absolutely love it. This is one of my go-to recipes, and I really like this version with the Great Value sauce. Like I said, it's less spicy than the Buffalo Wild Wings sauce, and it just makes for a really great meal. So I'm going to stir and break up the cream cheese. Just going to keep stirring until it's nice and smooth. And the chicken will fall apart a little bit because it's so nice and tender. I'm going to add it on top of my noodles. I've been using these Barilla protein noodles lately, and I love them. Adding a little more protein into this meal, but some noodles and some veggies. We love broccoli. It's one of our go-tos. So I'm going to do, this is a white chicken chili, and my goodness, it is absolutely delicious. So I have chicken thighs. I'm using 7 chicken thighs. I have this salsa verde mild. There's 2 small cans. So I will dump that into this. So this is a white chicken chili, and I'm going to add cream cheese to make this nice and white, but I'm going to do that at the end. I'm going to add in Great Northern beans and kidney beans. I've washed and drained both of those. I have this Southwest blend that is amazing. I'm going to do 2 cups. It's bell peppers, onions, and some black beans as well, and corn. I'm doing 1 cup of chicken broth. Give this a little stir, and this is so good. I cannot tell you how good this is. I've shared this with my family, my parents, and they want me to make it again. They just love it so much. So really, really good. I'm going to cook this on low for 5 to 6 hours. The chicken just falls apart. It is so tender and so good. Chicken thighs are a lot more tender than chicken breasts, but you can definitely substitute chicken breast for this one also. So I'm going to give all that chicken a stir to get it nice and shredded up a little bit. And this is so filling with all these different beans. It's just great. This is going to be on repeat for sure in our house because my parents are going to want me to bring it over for them. I'm going to add in 1 brick of cream cheese, and I'm going to put my lid back on and cook this again for about 30 minutes. And then this will the cream cheese will be nice and soft and mix really well into the rest of this chili dish. So chili is so fun to make in the crock pot, very easy, nice and healthy, and very filling. So I've mentioned a lot that I love to use my crock pot in the summer because it does not heat the house up. So you can still have a nice, hearty, warm meal without heating the kitchen. And that's definitely what I love so much about crock pot meals. And that's why I use my crock pot all the time. I use it multiple times a week, sometimes 5-6 times a week even. So this one is so good. We absolutely love it. I'm going to do a version of chicken divan. This is one of our family's favorite casseroles. So I have my diced chicken, 2 to 3 chicken breasts. I'm going to make a sauce. I'm using plain Greek yogurt, 1 cup. You can use mayonnaise as well if I'm trying to make this a little healthier. I'm going to do 2 cans of cream of chicken. I just had 2 different varieties in my pantry, but you can use just 2 cans of regular cream of chicken. And this sauce is really, really good. It just makes this so creamy. I'm going to add in curry powder, and I love curry powder, so I add a little bit more than the recipe, but use about a teaspoon of curry powder. And if you want a little bit more, you can add more as well if you like that curry taste a lot like I do. So I'm going to give this a nice stir, combine all of these sauces to make this really awesome sauce, and it is so yummy. This is definitely one of our favorite casseroles, and doing it in a crock pot just makes it really, really easy. This is a bit of a 2-step crock pot recipe. So I'm going to cook this chicken. I'm going to coat all of this sauce in the chicken. And then once it's coated, I'm going to cook the chicken for 3 to 4 hours on low. And then once it's done for 3 to 4 hours, I'm going to add in the rest of the ingredients. So I have it here now all cooked. I'm going to give it a stir, mix it all together. It's super creamy, and you can just eat this just plain with a side of rice if you'd like, but I love adding the veggies in as well. So I'm going to give that a stir, and I'm going to add in my broccoli. So there's just one head of broccoli, and I'm going to add that in. It's about 2 cups. So I'm going to give this a stir so that it's coated into all the sauce. And then I'm going to cook this again for another 1 to 2 hours so that this broccoli gets cooked. I'm going to add on first some cheddar cheese, some shredded cheddar cheese. So you can do about 1.5 to 2 cups of shredded cheddar cheese. And I'm going to add in 2 cups of cornflakes. And this is just such a good topping for this, especially when we make it casserole style. But I'm going to add on a paper towel on top of my crock pot for this so that these cornflakes don't get too soggy. So the paper towel will absorb all the condensation and allow the cornflakes to stay nice and crisp while the rest of the crock pot dish is cooking. So I'm going to cook this again for another 1 to 2 hours. I'm going to take this off. As you can see, the paper towel is wet from that condensation, and the cornflakes are nice and crunchy, so it makes it perfect. I love crock pot meals because it makes a big serving. You can serve a crowd, or you can have lots of leftovers. I love leftovers, so I love crock pot meals. So this one is just a really, really great one to serve a crowd or to have lots of leftovers for the week. Serve with a side salad, and this is just a perfect meal. I hope you enjoyed these crock pot recipes. If you're new to my channel, make sure you click subscribe. Leave me a comment if you have any questions, and I will see you all in my next video.